The Sky Bet Championship playoffs. Wow, where do we start? Hello, welcome to my journey to the media world. Today we're talking about Sky Bet Championship playoffs. Many great teams in there, and I'll be going through each team, talking about how I think they will get on. Just before we do get into that, if you could leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're brand new for more videos similar to this, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications. But without further ado, let's talk about the playoff lottery. So, like I said, there's many great teams in there, massive team. You've got Leeds versus Derby, and you've got Aston Villa versus West Brom in the semi-final legs. So first of all, let's talk about Leeds United, who finished third. Leeds United under Marcelo Bielsa this season has really got them believing and really got them playing a real attractive style of football, which I think the Championship is evolving into. Obviously, you had the Spygate scandal earlier on in the season against Derby County, but obviously that will be forgotten about. Will they be a little bit disheartened going into the playoffs? The fact that they didn't make automatic promotion, that is the only thing about finishing third. Obviously, you've been competing for automatic promotion the whole season. Will you be a little bit disheartened? Normally, you don't give much hope to the team that finishes third, but that doesn't mean anything really. I think any of the teams that are in the playoffs this year could go up. They've got key players out in Alioski. Definitely deserve to be in the Premier League. Definitely a Premier League side. When you think of Leeds United, you instantly think of the Premier League. They played Derby County in the semi-final leg. It's definitely a tough fixture. I think Derby are definitely the underdogs there. Leeds United definitely favourites to win the playoffs. But it'd be interesting how they respond to that, finishing sixth. And Leeds United and Marcelo Bielsa, can Marcelo Bielsa get his players remotivated and up for the playoffs? Because if he can and get them believing, then I think they can really go far in the playoffs. I think they're the favourites to go up. So the next team is West Bromwich Albion. They finished fourth. Now West Bromwich Albion had a bit of an up and down season really. They've always been in and around the playoffs this year, always been around the playoff picture. Under Darren Moore for majority of the season, doing particularly well under Darren Moore. However, I think a bit like Leeds, they were pushing and always wanted that automatic spot, and obviously Darren Moore couldn't deliver that. Darren Moore got sacked and now James Shawn is in charge. Obviously they haven't got a permanent manager in charge for the playoffs. However, you can't write them off. I think their away form at the moment is not great. However, when they're at home, they haven't lost many away at home this season, and they're a real solid unit at home. So if they can go to Villa Park, my team Aston Villa, and contain Villa for the first leg or nick a 1-0 lead, then I think you've really got to give them hope in the playoffs. I think they can go far. However, Aston Villa are an informed team, which I'll go on to talk about lastly, as obviously it's my club and I don't want to come across bias or anything. West Brom are a funny one. They've got some good players in there, like Dwight Gale, some experienced players in there. Sam Johnston, the goalkeeper, is obviously experienced of going up. Jacob Murphy got experience in the Championship. So they've definitely got the quality to go there. I know a few West Brom fans and they're not confident going into it. So yeah, I've got West Bromwich Albion TV to talk about his hopes and what he thinks will happen in the playoffs. So he knows more about me than I do about West Brom, so take it away.
Alright guys, so Aston Villa in the semi-final of the playoffs. How do I think it'll go? To be honest, it's going to be a really tough game. I think it's going to be a lot different than when we came to your place and beat you 2-0. You've hit such good form ever since Grealish has come back into the side. Over the two legs, I'm not really that confident, but you know, you've got to try and back the side and try and get the best result as possible. I'm not ruling out that we can beat you, but it's going to be a very tricky affair. I think, like I say, Aston Villa have hit really good form. They're going to want to get a bit of revenge from last season, having lost in the playoff final against Fulham. To be honest, I'm going to say that we're going to win, because I'm not going to go negative against my own side, but it's going to be really difficult. But whatever happens, happens. We'll still support our clubs at the end of it, so good luck to Villa, but I hope we come there and absolutely smash you.
Next up is Derby County, obviously pushing that for that final spot in the playoffs. Frank Lampard had done really well this season, had a brilliant start to the season under Frank Lampard, winning a lot of games in and around the playoffs. Then halfway through the season, they kind of dropped off a little bit. I think when Villa beat them 4-0 at home, I think that's when Derby fans started to believe that playoff hopes were off. However, I think what Frank Lampard had done there is kind of changed the philosophy of how the club think and how the fans think. I think the fans really believe in him and believe that he can do stuff here. And if they don't go up this season, then I think they truly believe that they will challenge to go up next season. The vibe around Derby County at the moment is excellent. You've got the bouncing song. Obviously they're the underdog going into the playoffs, but they've always been the underdogs. They did a playoff last year and they're underdogs against Fulham. Yes, they lost, but this team's regularly in the playoffs, and I think that's what will give them the advantage. I don't give much hope to Derby County, just because I think the teams above them, Villa, Leeds and West Brom, have got so much quality. People are saying that it could be, I've got a sneaky feeling that it could be Derby in the final, just because Leeds haven't had the best end to the season, losing to Ipswich, drawing to Villa with all that controversial stuff that went on that day. The best end to the season. Could it be Derby County in the final, or will it be Leeds? I've got Derby County vlogger to talk about how he thinks they will get on.
Right, Goalanger here, Derby County vlogger. We've got Leeds in the playoffs. Do I think we can beat them? Yes. I don't think it'll be like the 2 other games that we played against them in the league when we got battered by them, really. But we've got better form coming into the playoffs, and we're a different team to when we played them before. And I just think it's going to be full of drama, this game. It's going to be impossible to predict. You probably couldn't give a score prediction for it, as the Bielsa v Lampard saga will continue well into this playoffs. At the West Brom Villa game, I'm going to give a quick prediction out that I think Villa will win that in the end. They just look a very good side and look like they're going to be heading to Wembley, don't they, for sure. I think Villa are the favourites. But Derby v Leeds, it should be a very tasty game and an interesting one.
Lastly is my club, Aston Villa. Again, they've had an up and down season. Obviously managed by Steve Bruce in the early stages of the season, and they were sitting around 14th and 15th. Dean Smith came in and really changed the way Aston Villa look at things, and really got on playing a style of play, implementing the likes of Jack Grealish and Tammy Abraham into the side. His start there was pretty good, then he had a little bit of a dip. Like results in February, I stopped believing. I didn't think promotion was possible. I interviewed Anwar El Ghazi and I said to him, is promotion off now in February? And they've gone on this 10-game run. They're obviously the informed team. They've gone on this magnificent 10-game run, and, you know, look like the ones that could go up this season. Obviously John Terry's come in and shored up the defence. That was a massive problem for us earlier on in the season. The likes of Jack Grealish, Tyrone Mings, John McGinn, Tammy Abraham, Anwar El Ghazi, all these players are top quality players on their day. And I fancy Dean Smith in one-off games. I think he'll do well in one-off games. If we get to Wembley, obviously I think we'll definitely have an advantage, whether it be against Leeds, whether it be against Derby. If we can get a couple of goals in the first leg and then kind of get nick a 1-0 win at West Bromwich Albion, then I think that would be enough. Dean Smith's the type of manager that doesn't like to sit back, where last season you've seen that we got a 1-0 lead at Middlesbrough and then just defended it at home. Dean Smith won't do that. He'll want to score goals. He's the type of manager that likes going forward. I've got Dan Bardell from the Villa View to talk about how his thoughts on the playoffs and how Villa will get on. So Dan Bardell, take it away.
Hello mate, Dan Bardell from the Villa View here, just doing a quick preview of what I think will happen with the Villa West Brom games over the playoff period. I'm actually pretty confident going into the games. I think that we're obviously the form team in the Championship at the moment, and I kind of feel like West Brom have been coasting a bit like we were last season, knowing that they're already in the playoffs and having known that for quite a long time now. I think the fact that our fans are so good, especially at Villa Park and away, actually I think that's going to be a real advantage to us. I think if we were playing Leeds, I think because their fans are so good, I think that would be a little bit of a leveller. But I just think we've got the better crowd, the better atmosphere. I think Saturday's going to be absolutely incredible. The atmosphere is going to be something really big, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think there's kind of the revenge element as well, looking at the fact that when we went to West Brom earlier in the season, basically we were cheated by the hand of Rod. So I think there's kind of some revenge things going on as well. I think the Villa boys are going to be really up for it, and I fancy us, to be honest, which is a dangerous mentality to be in going into the playoffs. I'm sure the nerves will kick in at some point. Keep up what you're doing with the channel, mate. You're absolutely smashing it at the moment, and most of all, up the Villa.
As you can tell, very interesting lineup in the playoffs this year. It is very much a lottery. I think each team just needs that little bit of luck in the playoff. Either the 4 teams could go up. Derby County, the underdogs, Leeds United, very experienced sides and deserve to be in the Premier League. Aston Villa are the informed side, and West Brom has obviously been there the whole season. Either way, the playoffs will be interesting. Obviously, I'm going to back my own club, Aston Villa. I think we're the informed side. Obviously, didn't do it last year, and if we go up, then we keep our main players in Jack Grealish, Tyrone Mings, possibly Tammy Abraham, possibly. So, in that respect, it doesn't only help Aston Villa financially, but it also helps with the amount of players we have and the amount of talent we have in our squad. Let us know, Championship fans, down below who's winning the playoffs for you. If you want more videos like this, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts. Don't forget to turn on post notifications. Until next time, up the Villa. Goodbye.